Hello everybody, Susan here. For those that don't know me, my name is Susan Hill and I am a intuitive channel. I've just discovered this maybe 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, that I had the ability, and I believe everyone does, to communicate with beings from other dimensions. I don't want to say higher dimensions, I just think it's another place. So I received a message yesterday morning from Archangel Michael. He is one of my regular go-tos. He's always, communicate with him often. And so I received a message from him yesterday morning when I was rushing around like we all do in the mornings and trying to get out the door, had appointments to get to, and just worried about what the day brings and what I need to do and everything, on my list of things to do. So he kind of stopped me in my tracks. I could feel that the energy coming in. He has a certain frequency. All the beings do. All the beautiful, our beautiful guides, our beautiful celestial family. Excuse me. Yeshua has a different vibration. Mary Magdalene, who is another one, and I have a message from her that I got a while back, but it kind of falls into what we're talking about here tonight. But as I was rushing around and I felt the familiar energy come in of Archangel Michael, and he stopped me and he said, just to take a few deep breaths, just to stop and take a few deep breaths. And he said, and I have it written down, if you know me, I have my journals. He kind of reminded me of, what we think of the law of attraction, right? So with that, we always kind of think of that we're going to change our thoughts to positive, to something that is going to draw that positive, whatever, to us, that we're going to try and draw that to us. I'm sorry, I live in the South and my allergies are terrible. So, excuse me. Anyway, so he kind of cleared that up for me in the sense of, I want to think about that in a little different perspective, okay? It's not so much our thoughts, it is our thoughts, right? But the way he put it to me, and he showed it to me, and I'm very intuitive, I'm empathic, I'm clairaudient, which has its good points and bad points, I can hear what they're saying through different tones and frequencies. And then I can feel what they're saying to me and what their message is, as well as I can see in my mind's eye and can see visions of what they are explaining to me. And what Michael said was that we want to make sure of where we are energetically, not only in our thoughts, but we want to make sure where we are energetically and vibrationally, because our thoughts actually also carry a frequency. Our thoughts do carry a vibration. Everything is vibration. Everything vibrates. Everything has this frequency about it, right? So do our thoughts. Just like a radio wave, okay? Just like a radio wave, it has a vibration. And so whatever that vibration is, it's going to attract the same vibration back to you. So if your thoughts are on a lower vibration, you're going to attract lower vibrations to you. Your thoughts don't know, like the thought itself can't distinguish exactly what you're thinking, like the details. It just knows what vibration it's on, what frequency. So it's going to go straight to the same frequency. So if you're thinking in a like a negative frequency, that's what you're going to draw back to you, right? So we want to make sure that not only our thoughts are on a higher vibration or a higher frequency, we want to make sure our bodies, our light bodies, are vibrating at a higher frequency as well. So, that kind of put a different spin on it, because you can change your thoughts, right? But if you still feel, if your light body and your physical body and your heart and your soul and everything is still in that lower place, in that not so happy place, or that more negative, I guess, vibration, even if you change the thought of what you're thinking and try to be positive, it's still going to have that same frequency and that same vibration. So we want to make sure that our thoughts are at a higher vibration and frequency to attract the same, because like attracts like. Okay. So he explained that really well to me yesterday, and we had a really nice visit. And I always love visiting with Archangel Michael. He was one of my very first experiences in a very lucid way, and this was way before I started anything, in the I guess the channeling or conscious channeling world, where I kind of figured out and knew what was going on. But I did receive a message from Archangel Michael probably about 3 or 4 years ago, when I was really into paranormal investigations, but in the communication part. So I was really big into the communication, hence the clairaudient. I'm very clairaudient. I always have been since I was a kid. And so that always fascinated me. I knew there's a way to communicate. And so I did catch him in a recording I had, because I was really, really into ITC research, which is instrumental transcommunication. And he was one of the very first ones. And when I received that message, it took me back about 3 days. I was like, whoa. I mean, it really, I really had to really wrap my head around that, because it just blew me away. It was very clear. It was beautiful. And I couldn't believe that he actually knew my name. He said my name. And this was through a radio transmission. I'll have to share that with you someday. I have it saved on my old computer, on my old desktop, and I'll have to share that with you. So I kind of got off subject a little bit, but that just gives you a little history of Michael. I've always been very close to Archangel Michael, although growing up I didn't know who he was. I had heard of him, but we didn't really learn anything much about him, in my, I guess my church going years when I was younger with my family. But his message to me yesterday morning really, really put that into a different perspective. Just to, it's not just the thought itself. You have to get down to the root of it, and make sure that it all lines up into the same frequency, the same vibration, so that you track the same vibration and the same frequency back to you. Which brings me to Mary Magdalene, who I'm also very, very close to. Very close to Mary Magdalene. She has come through with a couple of messages about that. And I have another video here on my channel from Mary about your emotions, and how your emotions actually create your thoughts. So there again, we need to focus on where those thoughts are coming from, and to make sure that everything is in a good place, and we are at a good frequency and a good vibration, and that the root of where those thoughts are coming from, which is our emotions, are healthy and high vibrating and happy, and we're not always going to be that way. Okay. So when we get to a place where we realize we're not, aligned in a good place, we need to learn and to know and to recognize that, to get to the root of, where those emotions are and those thoughts are coming from, because it's our emotions that create our thoughts. And she also came through to me, it was last year sometime. I have it in, our Facebook page, and it's also going to be in more detail in my book that's coming out. And I'll put the link to our Facebook group in here in the description, as well as my website. But that download that she had during, this visit with her, and I'm going to read it to you. I have it on my phone. It's saved. But it was a beautiful, beautiful message too. Basically, she says, I need to find it. Hold on. Not doing a very good job here. She said that, basically she says that you need to honor your passion. And by honoring your passion, you honor the divine light within you. So that means being true to yourself and doing what makes you happy and doing things that fill your cup up, basically fill you up as a person, right? Because you can't give to anyone, if you're an empty vessel here spiritually, you can't give that away. You can't give away what you don't have. So her message was, and I'm still looking for it, sorry, I had it saved, but I don't know what happened to it. Her message was to make sure that you always, honor your true passion. And part of the fun is finding out what that passion is. And she, was very specific about, oh goodness, hold on just a second. I'm almost there. Okay. So she said, so this is the message from Mary. And this was back in March. She said, Susan, honor your passion, for your passion comes from your heart and soul, an expression of your true self. Now, how true is that? An expression of your true self. Your heart and soul is your true self. So honor your passion of whatever is in your heart and soul, whatever that is. Honor that. And she says, by honoring your true self, you honor the divine within you. And that's very true as well. Because we have that divine light in us. We are part of God. We do hold that spirit in us, the spirit of the Creator within us. And we're all individuals, and we all have individual likes and passions and wants and gifts and talents. And if we don't honor that, then we're not honoring our true selves and the divine within us, just like Mary said. If we're not truly doing what we love and what we feel like we have as a part of us to give to others, then we are doing ourselves a disservice, really. So always do that. Always, try to figure that out, whatever that is within you that you are so passionate about, that you love. It doesn't matter what other people think. It does not matter what your family thinks, or your partner, or your spouse, or the neighbor down the street. It doesn't matter. All it matters is you and our divine family, the Creator, and Yeshua, and all of them. All of our beautiful guides that are here to help us. It matters to them because you are a part of them as well. We're all one, and we're all very, very different and very creative, very beautiful. So honor what is that beautiful part about you, because by doing that, you're going to fill your soul. And when you fill your soul with what you are truly here, to do and to share, then you're going to be a full person. And when you're a full person, then you can help others. You can give that away. If you don't have it, you don't have anything to give, right? So let's try to do that. Try to figure that out. It might take you a little while, But I bet most of you can pretty much pinpoint what that might be. Even if it's not blaring you in the face, there's always been a little hint of it somewhere all throughout your life of that one thing that you would love to do. So find that and honor it and fill your soul, fill your heart with that. Honor the Creator with that. Honor yourself. By doing that, you'll honor others. You'll be giving and loving to others. And you will be at a higher vibrational state. Your frequency will be higher. Your thoughts will be at that higher vibrational state where they'll draw in the same. So by aligning everything up where it should be, or where you want it to be anyway, in that beautiful high frequency, then you're just going to draw that to you. So yeah, and that's what we want to do, right? So find out what that passion is. Keep those thoughts, positive, and you'll draw all of that to you. Keep your whole self lined up in that positive space so that you can draw that positive energy back to you and honor what your passion is.